Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be explaining my core values and why the Republican Party either needs to shift to these values so that we can reclaim the Republican Party and reclaim America, or if they do not and they persist in their neoconservative and classical liberal lies, then we must break away from it and create our own party. But hopefully it doesn't come to that and we could just reclaim the party and take back our country. So anyway, my core values are faith, family, folk, and fatherland. Faith is the most important. That's why I say it first, and faith, family, folk, and fatherland. And that's because without faith, our country is doomed. Because yes, Freemasons did found our country. A bunch of Enlightenment, classical liberal idiots made a country that could not sustain itself, that could not sustain religion, or folk, or fatherland, or the family system. But that's not what built this nation. Atheists didn't build our country up. Christians did. Our virtue, honor, and purity made this country great, because this country was made as a republic, but we made it into a virtuous republic that served good men of goodwill. European men of goodwill, to be exact, when talking about the Naturalization Act of 1790. But my point in this is that Christianity built this nation up, and we are a Christian nation, because we wouldn't be where we are right now without the Bible, without Jesus Christ, without the Bible's virtue and morality, what it teaches us. Prayer was in schools. Kids were taught to be honorable, to respect their parents, to become something greater. They're the future of this country. They were taught to be better. And that's what we must strive for. A nation with morality. A nation where the people strive to be better than just pleasure themselves and take advantage of everyone just so that they can get more benefit. Because that's where the Republicans are right now. They just use this country for a better GDP. That's it. That's all they care about. It doesn't matter if they protect the people or Christianity. They can make more money by selling us out and pretty much making us a multinational corporation. They'll rather go for that. Because if the American people just get replaced, our folk gets wiped out, but there's a GDP increase because everyone on the face of the earth comes here to work but then leaves and takes all their money with them, as long as it makes the economy just that little bit better, that is what they'll support, and that is not American. It's traitorous and treasonous, and we need to get rid of those values in our Republican Party, and instead go back to faith, instead of only focusing on how to better ourselves. We must focus on how to better our nation. Now on to family. Without family, there is no country, because the family system is the base of all civilizations. Because without it, well, you just have a bunch of perverted degenerates that, again, only want to serve themselves. Nothing greater than themselves. If you have a man who is a devout husband and father who wants to serve and protect and provide for his family and making their lives better, not just his life, he's going to be a great man. Not perfect, but great. And then a woman that's just loves her husband, loves her sons and daughters, well, she's going to be honorable too, because she serves her family rather than just herself again. And the kids are supposed to respect their parents and become something great. This was all taught in schools because Christianity was taught in schools. Now instead of Jesus, they have drag queen story hour. At kindergarten, they teach third graders to twerk for TikTok. They teach high schoolers to be nothing but a bunch of perverts who murder their own children rather than to have families and better themselves. That's the feminist garbage that is being taught in public schools, and that's why I left my public school. They had to close the bathrooms because people were committing immoral sin in the bathrooms, so they had to close them. People were fighting and smoking all throughout the school. And it was just disgusting. because Atlanta sucks. That's why I moved away. Now I'm at a military prep school. And this is exactly what we need to become. The women are kind, intelligent, and thoughtful. The men are disciplined, honorable, and strong, mentally and physically. And it's just great. I have a bunch of friends now that are actually normal, care about America, care about Christianity. They go to church. They're intelligent. They're not dumbasses. They're actually Americans. And that is exactly what we need to go to. Now on to folk. If we aren't majority white, we aren't America. Because our founders made this country because we weren't given rights, God-given rights as Englishmen from the English king. We were founded to be an Anglo-American white country. Now, I'm not saying any other race is bad or inferior, but Asian nations have a right to be Asian. African nations have a right to be African. European and North American countries have a right to be majority white. That's just how it works. Without it, our culture, heritage, and history will be deemed racist and will just be burned by the treasonous liberals. They're already doing it right now. We're being replaced in every single major city, and America isn't even looking like America anymore. I'm going to again use Atlanta as a great example of how crap the cities have become. It looks more like Saudi Arabia or something of that nature, or an international commune, than an actual American nation. And that's just disgraceful. To any American, that should be disgraceful. Because it is. Our country isn't even American. And what's the point? Again, I don't care what the GDP is. I don't care how good the economy is. If no one's Christian, if no one's American, if crime is rampant, if people aren't even having families and just murdering their children, what even is the point? We need to preserve our folk. And we will. For a white nation, we deserve to be a majority in our own nation. Now on to Fatherland. To sum it all up, we're America first. We need to put our country at the first priority. If we don't, again, we're all going to burn and our country's going to die. And most of us will too. If the communistic liberals have control, well then we pretty much will all die. That's the truth in it. Sad but true, but we just need to make sure that that does not happen. We need to preserve our fatherland, protect our faith, protect our family system, protect our folk, put America first, and then we'll be successful. That's all we need to do. So that was my core values, and that's what we need to return to as a country. Faith, family, folk, and fatherland above all.